Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tied by Numbers. And last time we went off, the lights turned off, and I got scared and left. So let's get right back into this, shall we? What was that? Now I can have a nice. Oh, right. British girl, right? Now I can have a nice night of sleep. No way. That's some spooky shit. I ain't sleeping until we solve this. Let's calm down, girls. I think it's best to go check what it was. We know we might stay without lights till morning, and that would be a shame. Oh, damn. You alright? No Wi-Fi. That's terrifying. Agreed. I'll go outside and check it out. I can go with you. I can go too. I think only one person should go with Andy. We'll be fine here. I'm going to pick Amanda so that Alex can stay here and like keep the vibe. Keep the vibe, And she was also blushing when she asked, so she wanted a pipe. I think I'll go with Amanda. She's taller than you, Alex, so she can help me change the lamp if that's the case. Okay. You two take care. Amanda and I left the house by the pool's door. We soon were in the garden, but we couldn't identify the source of the noise. Really hope you guys like the new dew. It's fresh and fire. Like me. The other houses don't seem to have been affected by the blackout. I think this is the problem at your house. We can check the house generator. I think this way will fix this problem. Yeah. Alice will be thankful for that. You know that she doesn't tell anyone, but she's terrified of the dark. I couldn't tell. She always looks so brave and mature. I question if she is truly the same age as me. She is a tough bean, but in reality, she is emotional too. That post your sister did about us affected her a lot, more than the rest of us, but she won't express it the way Anne-Marie did. Have you tried talking to her about it? She's blaming herself for having us involved, since she knows what she did to Amber wasn't nice either. I've been getting some mean comments recently. She's the one who's helping me keep myself sane. I wasn't aware of what happened. I'm sorry for the issue and for what's between her and Amber. I'll just tell you she's a saint, but you should probably ask Amber about her classmates more often. I'm sure she will know the story better than I do. Damn, what happened? What the frick? Frickety frickety. We finally reached the generator, and the fuse had been damaged, so we changed it. When we were returning back home, I could hear the happy shouts of the girls inside the house for having the Wi-Fi back. I peeked at the window from the near pool and saw Amber using her phone. She was with a shy smile. I wonder what happened while I was away. Damn, kissing party? As soon as we placed our feet back in the living room, it happened. Someone was calling Amber. She picked up the call, but the answer was completely different from what we imagined. We heard some incomprehensible noises coming from the other side of the call. I thought maybe their phone signal was bad and they were trying to say something, but we didn't understand. Who's that? Amber turned her phone to us and showed the screen. There it was. The number. It was her number neighbor. What? But you didn't call them, right? I didn't. I wonder why they called me just now. Is this some kind of joke or a really creepy coincidence? Maybe you called them by accident and they got your number. You said I could chat with your number neighbor. Hand me your phone. Alex sounded angry. She didn't like the joke or whatever this was. She had that overprotective aura. Maybe she thought it could be a perv that was spying on us. Hey, whoever you are, stop messing with us and tell us your name. A couple of seconds after that, they hung up. The girls stared at Alex, not knowing how to react to that. When I stared at Amber, she seemed uneasy. It didn't take long until she stood up and left the room. She didn't say anything. She just grabbed her phone and left. Whoa, what's wrong with her? I don't know. I think she's just upset. Hey, Andy. Tell Amber to block the number, okay? And thank Amber for me, alright? I appreciate she tried to help me out with the number neighbor thing. Alex whispered to me. Secrets. I was glad that they were worried about Amber. Maybe soon all the drama would go away. After all, we were all one step closer to becoming part of the A+ squad. I saw all of them getting ready to sleep, and I could imagine us doing the same this often. They weren't so bad, and since it made Alex happy, it was a good thing. But the call and the blackout made me feel anxious, and I don't want to let paranoia ruin the fun for me. But apparently it wasn't just me. All the girls were quiet, and soon they went to sleep. I was left awake by myself in the living room while staring at the ceiling. I decided to rest when the clock reached 4 a.m., but someone was still awake. I had no idea what Amber was doing, but I could hear her voice all night long. Alice, Anne-Marie, Amanda, and Alex left the day after the party. At night, our parents arrived from their trip, and I went to meet them. They were all excited to tell us about their travel, but Amber didn't leave her room to greet them. She stayed there ever since the number neighbor game and didn't even eat. It stayed that way till Monday morning when we were ready to go to school. My stepfather offered to give us a ride. I accepted without thinking twice. I wasn't up for walking today. My stepfather was drinking some coffee before taking us to school. He was happy today and for some talk with his daughters. So how was your weekend? He still hadn't said anything about it. Amber was focused on her phone. She didn't answer her father. Oh, it was awesome. We had a slumber party and had fun with some games. That's great. We should try doing some family programs like Saturday since it will be my day off. Ew. I'll be busy this weekend. That's new. You aren't the only one with friends. I also have people to hang out with. I was surprised by that. I thought Amber didn't have any friends at school, so I was curious to know where she met this person. Ooh, you heard that? It was like from ear to ear. I don't know if it worked for the YouTube video. My stepfather called us soon after that to get in the car. Amber spent the whole time staring at her phone. Once the car stopped in front of our school, she jumped out of the car and didn't look back. She ran straight to her class while I said goodbye to my stepfather. I kept walking till I arrived at class, and unsurprisingly, Alex was there waiting for me. Safira. Right, my name's Safira. What a dumb name. JK. Safira Anderson. Please pinch me. I might be dreaming. It's just I've never met someone named Safira. Huh? We were part of the squad. Ah, it happened. I can't believe we finally had a party with them. Yeah, I think we're doing well, but I wouldn't say they accepted us just yet. Amanda will add us to her next vlog. It will be posted this afternoon. I'm excited to see it. I'm sure they will say good things about it. No, they won't. They're gonna bash you in. Watch. I'm calling it now. And how is Amber? Did that creep try to contact her again? I don't think they did, and honestly, I believe it was just a coincidence. Maybe it was just some girls playing the number neighbor game like us. It's best to think that way, I suppose. Man, I'm not ready for another long literature class. Can we skip it? We just got here. Alex, what would you do without me? I would be home enjoying anime without you, but unhappy since I won't be able to tease my nerd friend. So, I'm the nerd now. The class started, and we stood there all morning. I received a notification on my phone when Amanda posted her new video. We were all excited to see it. They're about to bash us in. I didn't know you had a notification on your phone. You were never the type to check your social media. Proud of my new nerd. Well, after that post, I wanted to be updated on everything. I see. The A+ squad is already making a difference in your life. It was another silly video, but this time it has our names on it. Amanda was talking about the party. Then we did the game y'all were begging me to talk about, and guess what? My number neighbor turned out to be a hot guy that studies in a school on the other side of town. What are the odds, right? Haha, I was a lucky one, but the other girls only got boring people. Poor Alex. Number neighbor didn't even answer her, even when she tried over 3 times. But something weird happened at the end. Listen to this. Alex was using a borrowed phone from Andy to see if someone would answer her, but then the last number called her before she could finish dialing their number. I noticed something strange pop up in the video as Amanda mentioned Alex's number neighbor. It was so creepy, guys. Like the house just had a blackout, and after the lights were back, that called Alex, and they didn't say anything. I paused the video when I noticed a shadow. It was right behind Amanda, so I couldn't see it straight. I moved back to when Amanda started to mention Alex to see if I could spot it again. What are you doing? Did you like hear Amanda say my name? Well, I did too. It's not that. Look, there's something with Amanda in her room. It was a weird feeling. Every time I played the video, the shadow that was behind Amanda seemed to be closer to her. When I paused for the 5th time, I could take a better look at it. It was a person. To be more specific, it was a girl. Is her head off her body? She has a squiggly line on her hair. Wow. Andy, are you okay? What are you looking at? Don't tell me you aren't seeing her. She's right there, behind Amanda. Amanda's by herself. She never invites guests for her vlogs. I tried to convince myself I was crazy. Nice job. I watched the video again. Once I was at home, and the other girls didn't show up this time, I could still remember her figure. That was haunting me. Maybe I was crazy after all. The whole stress of the post, and then the party must have gotten the best of me. I was feeling so tired. This surely was a hallucination. Another week went by in the blink of an eye. It was Friday again. And to my surprise, the A+ girls asked me and Alex to hang out with them after school. It's going to be amazing! I can't believe they invited us this time. Alex and I were waiting for Amanda to pick us up in front of the school. When I saw Amber going home alone, she was still acting weird, holding her new phone tightly. I'm gonna call Amber. Hey, Amber! I waved at her, trying desperately to call her attention. She stopped and stared at me, then she walked in my direction. She didn't stand right next to me. We were a couple of steps away. What's wrong, sis? I just wanted to remind you of your phone. I think it's fixed already. You should stop by the store and take it back. Maybe even sell this old one that you're using. Thanks for reminding me, but I'm good with this one. Wait, so you'll leave your other phone at the store? You can have it. I noticed you've been checking your phone more often, so maybe it's time you have something modern to help you with your selfies, you know? Or when you go hang out with your friends. Is everything okay? You've been acting off lately. Everything is fine. I'm just chatting with a friend from school. Friend? I didn't know you had a friend from school. It's an online friend. Do you remember those notes that were on this phone? Short story. I found who wrote them and we're chatting now. The dead girl! It's the dead girl. It's quite the coincidence, huh? The story is longer than that, but I know you are busy, so I'll leave you to your friends. Amber seemed to be in a rush, so I decided not to keep this conversation any longer. I'll see you at home. See ya. Amanda arrived right after that, and Amber turned her back to us as soon as she saw Amanda. Amanda dragged us for a walk. She was trying something new for her website, and she was going to try roller skating. For it to be more fun, she decided to invite her friends. However, Amanda didn't look okay. She seemed more tired than usual, and even if she was trying to convince us she was having fun, I knew she was lying. We walked together till night, and that's when I accepted that Anne-Marie and Alice wouldn't come. Where are Alice and Anne-Marie? Alice is at the therapist, and Anne-Marie is shopping with her mom. Those fools. Oh, I thought you invited them too. Are you okay? You sound a bit tired. You know why I like to hang out with you girls? Because no one expects me to be an A+ girl when I'm with you. I'm tired of having to please everyone and all the hate comments that started showing up at my page. They're killing me. Which hate comments? I haven't seen any. It's all because of Alice and Anne-Marie. They kept teasing our freshmen. Now they're targeting me too. I can't take it. Hey, it's okay. We can help you with that. I knew I could count on you. That's why I asked you to hang out with me. Calm down a bit. You were talking about mean comments. Is that why you want us to help? Because I can do that. Alex grabbed Amanda's phone and tried to disable the comments from her videos, but it wasn't working. I peeked over her shoulder trying to read the comments, but they were all codes? The codes! 1010. Amanda's? Some of them are just numbers. What do you mean? The comments. Did the numbers have any meaning to you? What are you talking about? By their confused expressions, I could see I was the only one seeing numbers instead of words. Maybe I was hallucinating again. I wonder who dares to say such hateful words towards someone. I haven't been able to sleep. I keep hearing the notification sounds, and even when I turn it down, I can still hear them. I'm sorry you're going through all this. I'm sure things will be fine. Ooh, this is so weird. We tried to have some fun. Even after all that, we walked around the park and managed to make Amanda feel better. At least for a moment. After that, she didn't send me any text messages during the weekend or showing up at school the next week. I was starting to get worried for her. I was in the middle of the class when I received a text from Anne Marie. She asked me to meet her in the bathroom that was out of orders, and she needed to talk to me as soon as possible. I found a way out and wanted to meet her. When I arrived there, she was tapping her feet on the ground impatiently. Finally, you are here. We need to talk. You're pretty clear of that, but why do we need to talk about it? About Amanda. She hasn't been returning my calls and she isn't seeing my messages. I'm worried about her. I noticed she didn't upload any videos on her website this week. That's not her at all. Something happened and we need to find out. Maybe it was something to do with the hate comments she was receiving on her page. Hate comments? She didn't tell me about that. I feel like an awful friend now. No, it's not your fault. It was supposed to be a secret. I'm sorry. I thought you knew. Well, maybe I should make it easier for her to open up. We have been together for years, but I don't know much about her. We only became friends because of Alice and her popularity. We could go to her house and check what's going on. That's an excellent idea. We'll have to take the bus because Amanda's the only one with a car here. Don't you know how to drive? Don't shove it in my face like that. I just need more practice, that's all. I'll call a cab for us. That's a better idea. We passed by Amanda's house after school. Anne Marie wouldn't shut her mouth while we were on our way. That girl really liked the sound of her own voice. But once we left the car, she said something that caught my attention. Then, after we went shopping, I saw some weird code texting on Amanda's phone. I asked her who would send a text like that, and she didn't answer. Maybe that hot number neighbor of hers has some weird fetish involving coding. Yeah, that's probably it. So you also couldn't read the message? Has anyone been able to? Alex and Amanda did. They said it was a hate comment, but I couldn't read it. That's weird. Did anything strange happen to you this week? Not that I can recall. Oh, Alice offered me a donut, even though she knows I can't eat gluten. Maybe she was trying to poison me. Or maybe she was distracted. Or maybe she was distracted by something. Oh, now that you mention it, she has been really focused on her phone these past 2 weeks. I think she's been watching some strange videos on it. What type of videos? I think horror stories, since I could hear screaming coming from them, but Alice is a tough girl. She doesn't get scared easily. After that, Anne Marie turned to face Amanda's house. She pressed the doorbell, but no one answered. She did it again, but there was no response. Her parents work all day, so I doubt they're home. What about Amanda? Oh, look, I can see her in a bedroom window. She's on a computer. I managed to see what Anne Marie was talking about. There was Amanda. She looked like she hadn't slept in ages. She was wearing her pajamas that apparently hadn't changed in a while. Her hair was up in a messy bun, and the blue light coming from the computer screen made her look like a ghost. The computer screen showed the front page from Amanda's website. She was reading out out loud all of those hate comments, but this time they were worse. As they kept popping on her screen, which each one was more aggressive than the other, and Amanda was struggling to reply to each one of them. I could see tears sliding down her cheeks as each hate comment hurt her like a blade to the heart. With the corner of my eye, I saw a figure standing next to her in the shadows. It looked similar to the girl in the video. But once I tried to take a better look, she was gone. Must be only my mind playing tricks at me. We tried to call her attention, but she didn't move. She seemed to be in a trance. Whatever she was staring at had all her attention. We left her house, defeated. Anne Marie offered me to pay for the cab, and I paid her a smoothie in return. We stood there in that kitchen, chatting about Amanda. She looks awful. Do you think she's been there all week? I suppose. It's really sad to see her in that situation. Look, I'll call Alice. We need to do something to her. Anne Marie was interrupted by a notification on her phone. She turned pale when she read it. Anne, is everything okay? Uh, I have to go, she said as she quickly moved out of the table. She grabbed her stuff so fast she didn't bother that she had forgotten her house keys. On the way out, she bumped on Amber, who just got home, and made her drop her cell phone on the ground. Look, I have this squiggly line! Did I always have the squiggly line? I think I did. I stood up and went there to help her, but by the time there was no sign of Anne Marie, the keys were still over the table. I thought I should grab them and return them to Anne Marie when we met at school. Now I'm just saying Anne Marie. What's wrong with her? I don't know. Something must have scared her. She seemed worried about something. I bent down and picked up Amber's phone for her, but that's when I saw some weird coding from Amanda's messages displayed on Amber's phone. I gotta question her. What are you typing on your phone? Oh, I'm just texting someone. It looks different. Is this some type of coding from your classmates? Coding? What are you talking about? Just a normal text. I knew I would sound crazy if I told Amber that I was seeing what I was seeing, but maybe she could help me. What the freak? Where's the option? It was better to just ignore the situation. I didn't have time to start a discussion with Amber about it. I discovered what's wrong with Anne Marie and a way to help Amanda. But I never saw Anne Marie again after that. Just like Amanda, she stopped attending our classes. I knew they were alive since I kept passing by their houses after school. I could still see them in their rooms, but I didn't know why they never answered. That was on the computer screen that Amanda's been brainwashed. And what was on that message that made Anne Marie freak out so much that she wouldn't leave her house again? I decided it was time to do something. I couldn't simply stay there and witness as they wasted their lives like that. I called Alex to come to my house. It was time for us to make a plan that would help our friends. Alex came really fast. She was also worried about her friends, and she kept wanting to help too. So, what's going on exactly? I haven't seen Amanda and Anne Marie in days. Are they alright? No, I passed by their houses and apparently they haven't left their bedrooms. What are you, stalking them? Look, I know it sounds weird, but I had to see how they were. And since I can't get in to check on them, I was stalking them. But did they see you doing it? That's the thing. They see me every time, but they are so caught up in a trance that I can't explain. It's better if I show you. Alex didn't understand what I was trying to explain, but I couldn't blame her. I was doubting my own sanity at this point. After all, why would Anne Marie and Amanda become slaves of their own computers and cell phones? As we took Alex to Anne's house, she saw what I meant by that. Anne was still in the same position as she was a couple of days ago. That's creepy. Have you tried talking to her parents about it? I think they're out of town. I haven't seen them since this whole thing started. They're dead. They're dead. I'm calling it now. Let's break in. Wow. I want to get closer and see what the hell's going on. Are you sure we should do that? I'm sure I want to save my friends. Oh, I put my hand in my pocket. I was reminded of Anne Marie's house key that she left on my kitchen table. We can use this to enter her house. It will be less dramatic but easier. What a shame. I was ready to jump over the gate. Guess I'll have to do it next time. Next time. Okay. We opened the gate and walked in the garden from Anne Marie's house and stopped by Anne's window. We managed to get closer to look on her, and she seemed to be mumbling something. We slid the window open, then approached her. She was holding her phone. Her hands were trembling like she had stayed in that position for a long time. Her eyes were no better. They were dry. She wasn't blinking. Bruh, how has it not died? It's not connected to the charger. Damn, she must have one of those Android batteries that are gonna blow up. Anne, what's wrong with you? Talk to us. She was like a zombie. She didn't recognize us. Come on, Anne. Annie, look at us. Alex forcefully moved Anne's head to face us. She was so scared. I could hear her voice that she was desperate. What's in your phone that you can't talk to us? Geez, snap out of it and talk to me. Alex, there's no use. Please release her. We don't want to end up hurting her. Alex followed my advice. She released Anne slowly and ran to my side. She was craving for a hug. I could see tears rolling down her cheek. That's when we saw what was on her cell phone screen. It was videos of herself, but she wasn't in pleasant situations. It looked like she was in a movie and she was being exposed to other people. I mean, both physically and mentally exposed. The mumblings became more clear as I noticed she was begging for it to stop. That's when I heard another voice. Don't touch her. It was the girl's voice. She sounded like she was crying. I didn't say anything back. I was just determined to save Anne. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. You can hear it too, right? We have no time to think. Let's move Anne from here. Maybe this way she will feel better. The girl then kept repeating those words, and when I was about to drag Anne-Marie out of her room with me, she's paying for what she did to Amber. What'd she do to Amber? You'll be next if you don't release her right now. Andy! Alex started to cry. She was trembling in fear. I don't know what to say. I couldn't know if it was true or all a hallucination. I released Anne-Marie, and the last thing I remember is seeing Alex running in my direction. When I regained my senses, I was at my living room with Alex. We need to talk to Amber. I think this is related to her somehow. You think we have a chance in saving Anne-Marie or Amanda? I don't want to risk meeting that girl again. Who knows, she might kill us next time. She was pretty hot, not gonna lie. Hell no, I saw her too. You aren't crazy. I'm sorry if I didn't believe you when you talked about the coding and other spooky things. I forgive you, Alex. Just think that if she's punishing the A+ girls for what they did to Amber, then Alice is next, right? Let's follow this plan. I'll go after Alice and you talk to Amber. It is about time we find a way to make them apologize to her for what they did. But what if I make things worse? I doubt there is something worse than a vengeful spirit behind our back. You're right. Call me as soon as you get to Alice, okay? Will do. Alex left the house in a rush. She was worried about Alice and determined to protect her. I saw in her eyes that she was scared, but when it came to protecting those she cared about, Alex would risk anything to save them. I heard someone walking down the stairs, and that's when I saw Amber. She was holding her phone and came in my direction. She was trying to show me something. But we were interrupted by the sound of a notification coming from my phone. I opened up the school's website, and there it was, the same post Amber did about the A+ girls. Amber, what's this? I promise you this is not my fault. I thought it had been deleted. Why is it up again? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Soon after that, I received a text from Alex. Hey Alice, she said she'll meet me at the school in half an hour. I don't think she has experienced any paranormal shit for now. How did your talk with Amber go? Who is it? It's just Alex. She's meeting Alice at school. You should check this new version of the post. Amber was pale as she was reading it out loud. Holy shit. No! She was right. This wasn't the same post. The words used on this one were more hostile than the previous ones. Alright, let's read this one. Alice Campbell. Not everyone knows, but the princess of Sacred Heart High School was once caught in the trouble for being found smoking illicit drugs on the rooftop with other of her girl pals. It was all pulled under the rug. Okay. Anne-Marie the second is in command in 2+, also has a sticky secret. She has been stalking, cheating. Oh no, this is the same thing. Behind his, they look at better than his nerd ass. Damn! Guys from the high school across town claiming that looks are better than his nerd ass Alex. Oh damn, Alex is here too. Shit. Amanda's also not saying. She has been organizing multiple illegal parties inside the school grounds, which is an abusive insult to it. Okay, I think this is the same thing. It was hard to read since the words kept switching to numbers. It was sort of a glitch. Amanda and Anne-Marie's names had been scratched and their information had been replaced for a dark face emoji. Sheesh! Alice's information was still the same, but I could see something very different from the old post. This one had Alex's name written in bold letters, colored with dark blood red. Why is this post mentioning Alex? I didn't mention her in the previous one. Do you think she's the next target? Her name is under Anne's. I was shaking in fear. I didn't want to imagine what the girls would do to Alex if she was capable to torture Anne and Amanda. This threat was unfortunately real. We were interrupted by the sound of another notification popping on my screen. It was Alex. Hey Andy, I'm meeting Alice at the school in 15 minutes. Everything going smoothly so far? How about you? Oh would have been relieved to see her message if the next thing that occurred wasn't the sound of my doorbell being pushed. Amber went to open the door, but who showed up was someone I wasn't expecting. What's wrong? Alright, everybody, I'm going to end it off here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll be seeing all of you guys later in the next episode. Bye. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of